Welcome to another video about Cursor. And in this video, what I would like to show to you is the way how you can easily drag and drop files. You see, easily you can drag and drop files. That's super handy. So you can even drag and drop a folder to your agent. So the agent, I love it because you can ask more complex tasks, basically. Of course, you have the manual mode, but the agent will be smarter. Will be able to accomplish more complex things you want to do. So in my case, it depends. When sometimes I don't use the agent because it's a little bit slower. And I have a trick for you. Like agent, usually you always have the shortcut I. So on Mac, it's like Command I. But then you can also change the shortcut for ask. I switch directly to ask by doing Command L, and you can change the shortcut by going to the little pencil here, and you have key binding, and key binding, it will allow you to change to L or to a different shortcut. So like Command L, and then manual, I didn't set anything actually. So let's do it together. So key binding, and here we do Command, and I will choose Command, for now we do Command B. Of course, like you can do something else later. I may change it in the future, but for now it will be Command B, Command L, and Command I. See? And that's so handy. So once I'm here, it does happen that I need to search about like, is this architecture good or bad? What can I do? What can I improve? And what's really good is that here, you see we have a lot of different options. And what we can do is to search over the web. And so I can just do a search about a URL, about anything over the web. So as you can see, we have multiple different options. We have the terminal as well, which is very handy too. And then we have the cursor rules. That's about the rules we set. At the moment, I can set one, but I can set more than one. And so I can directly add it there. I suggest you always to have a look on the official documentation because it changes all the time. But like now, it's web. And please look for similar apps for an idea of a very simple feature from similar apps than MillSnap. And what's really good is that Cursor has already a lot of context from what we set here, and also in the settings actually, we can very easily improve how things are. The features here, I will quickly show it to you. Like in my case, something better that is really good, this beta one, include project structure. So before, for instance, we had to add the whole code base. We had an option where it was code base. Now it's not available anymore because automatically it does this for you. And when we tick the include project structure, when we tick that one, it will not like create an extra file for something that actually there was already a file for it, because it will know and it will be aware of the code base layout. So here, based on the research and information from similar nutrition and diet tracking apps, here are some simple yet effective features we could implement in MillSnap. And you see, it's suggesting me a meal rating system, which I already do have one actually, but here it's probably a little bit different actually. And then, yeah, it's actually creating that one already for me. Sometimes it will ask me, would you like me to do that for you? But some of the time it's very proactive and it will already do it for me. So yeah, drag and drop, it's very handy. You will see the more you use it, the more features you will find from Cursor. So don't be shy, just do things that sounds intuitive for you and it will probably be the right way. Same for documentation, like we can easily ask for a documentation we already have And so we'll say, like, for Bravo API doc, if I want to implement it in MailSnap, which I don't want at the moment, I do not want, but if I do, like, please look from the doc what would be the best way to add contacts, you know, like something like that, into list B. Like, that would be just an example. So a lot of really handy things you can do. Just think differently, basically. Also, what I like about Cursor, you have here Cursor tab, and in my case, I always use the fast modal mode. Why? That one, the auto completion will be so fast. So if I do show to you, they did an acquisition about maybe a few months ago, I would say. And let me quickly show it to you. Maven, and this is why it's nice to do the fast mode, Super Maven. They did acquire Super Maven, and Super Maven, basically, it's a super fast auto completion. And if you use the fast mode, you will get the advantage of using Super Maven superpower. So that's why I highly suggest you to go to fast here. So yeah, you see, now I have already almost like my feature done, and that's so exciting. And another super exciting thing is that with Cursor, you can create new chat sessions. So while waiting for another agent to finish what you asked, well, you can already start a new chat. And so comment end, and I do start a new conversation, and then I can just switch to the other one, to the other conversation. So that's something I really suggest you to do, because it's super nice when you can switch and change to different agents, so you can boost even more your productivity. And again, in the settings, in features, you have play sound on finish. And when it plays sound, a beep, you know exactly when Cursor has finished. And that's very handy, because you can do something else, and once it has finished, you can say, okay, now I will have a look of what you have done, Cursor. Thank you very much.